Well, I can remember being kind of 11 years old and going to a library and getting a German learning German for children book and being fascinated by it. And then I ended up studying German at school and adding French the next year and studying them both to A level and then going on to university and was so in love with learning languages that I hadn't really thought about what I'd like to do with the languages. I just wanted to learn more. So I went to Nottingham for university where I could learn Spanish from scratch. So I did modern language studies and did the three languages at degree level. So that was my main thought. How many languages can I learn? Because that's the thing that I love the most. Yeah, and that is where it all started.
Did you do a university exchange somewhere?
Yes. So as part of the course, it was a 4-year course, and the third year was a year abroad. And this was interesting because you had to divide it between the three languages. So people
Ah,
who, yeah, exactly. So not many people have had this experience because not that many universities actually offer the three language degree. And so the people that studied French went to France for a year and did a placement. And I had to kind of do a bit more logistic planning and getting it all to fit together. So I did the internship that I spoke about before in Berlin at a translation agency for 6 months. And then I did a semester at university in Spain. And then I quickly did a summer at a very intensive language course in France and lived in Paris for just over a month. So that turned out not to really be long enough to get my French up to scratch and to match the level of the people that had been there all year. But it was overall a brilliant year, lots of opportunities. And it was interesting to kind of compare the different countries and cultures as well. So I did get that extra
that's
benefit.
amazing. I think it's so positive that university really encourage you to go not only to one country but to three different ones in the course of the year. So it's wonderful,
Yes. Yeah, an amazing opportunity.
brilliant. And then what did you do after uni?
So straight after the modern language studies degree, I did my master's, and that was in literary translation at the University of East Anglia in Norwich. So I was back in Norfolk then, so I stayed at home and kind of commuted into Norwich when I needed to go for seminars. And this is when I focused just on German. So it was at this point that I kind of
Okay.
dropped French and Spanish because I just love German the most. And I knew that that was the language that I needed to take forward, and I just understand it, and it fits with me, and the culture fits with me. So at this point I thought I'm just going to focus on that. So I did my literary translation masters just with a German focus, and there were people studying all different languages on that course, kind of Turkish, Arabic, everything. So it wasn't kind of language specific, but my dissertation was translating a German novel and writing a commentary on that. So yeah.
So you translated a full novel for the.
Well, it was the best part of a novel because it was quite short. So yes, it was a certain word count and then a really big commentary explaining everything that you'd done and how you'd translated it. So I picked quite a short novel. So it was most of it. Yeah, it was, which was quite an experience at the time because it was the first time that was, the meatiest translation I'd ever done for sure. By a long way. Yeah, and it was really good to have the opportunity to explore the choices of the author and myself as the translator in the commentary.